Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video, we are going to discuss about application of marginal costing in decision making. So it is very important topic where major decisions, what will be the impact or the role of marginal costing under decision making. So let us see the concepts, that is marginal costing in decision making. So here we can see that these techniques will be very useful and also ensure globally competitive prices. So these are the techniques with which the aims or the objectives will be working out. That is, you can see cost control, profit planning and evaluating of performance. So these three are the aims or the objectives of marginal costing for which the marginal costing is applied. So cost control, under cost control we can understand here we are able to ascertain the cost in a minimum way, that is to minimize or to make control which will be very effective. So for example, we have two types of cost, fixed cost as well as the variable cost. So this marginal costing will help us to differentiate between variable cost and the fixed cost, and also it will help us where the cost can be reduced. So this is about the cost control. And profit planning. Profit planning is the marginal costing will help us in making future operations in such a way, that is to maximize the profit. The planning for the future operations in such a way to maximize the profits. Then evaluating of performance. So any performance, until unless we don't check back or we don't evaluate, we cannot know whether the performance is, that is a high degree, or the performance is above average, below average, or it is meeting the average. That's what we want to know, the performance, so whether it is effectively done or ineffectively. So for that purpose, we try to see what are the potentialities of our business, whether the our business is having good potential ability in high volumes of productions or high volumes of sales, or how much exactly we have. So this will also help us, this evaluating of performance will help us where exactly we are. So you can see that as different products, markets have different profit earning capacities, it is very much essential to evaluate the performance of each sector. Then coming to the decision making areas, so in business organization, especially with regard to the production and sales, there are so many decisions will be there, which will be almost in the dilemma, so that the decision taking will be very important and typical task. So this marginal costing will help us to judge what to how to take the decision, what decision is very much effective to the business. So those areas are, you can see, pricing decision like key or limiting factor, make or buy decision, add or drop products, sell or process further, operate or shut down decision, special order pricing, replace or retain, selection of suitable product mix, effect of change in sales prices, maintaining a desired level of profit, and alternative methods of production, capital investment decisions, diversification of production. These are the important major areas where decision making is very typical. So with the help of marginal costing, we are trying to understand how the decisions will be taken, how the judgment. So marginal costing will help us to judge, but not exactly decision making. The management accountant and the top level management are the people who are concerned with in taking decisions. So let us see one by one what is pricing decisions. So pricing decisions are the decision to fix the price, to determine the price. So for determining the price, we require so much of information. In this global competitive world, it is very difficult to make the pricing. Why? Because the organization has to get the profit. At the same time, the price whatever is fixed, it should be feasible among the competitors. So it is very difficult and also same time important to make the pricing decision. So with the help of marginal costing, the pricing decisions will be made depending on the cost of production and volume of the sales. Then second concept is key limiting factor, key or limiting factor. That means any business, you will have key factor. Key factor is important factor which will make a big role, which will definitely influence or impact. So, for example, any business, when the production is done, or sales may be the problem, marketing may be the problem. Marketing is a key factor for that business. Sometimes the raw material will be problem. Raw material are the key factor. Sometimes the skilled labor are the key factor. Everything is ready. The business is good doing but the limiting factor will limit, or what you call barrier, which will not maximize the profit. The businessman cannot maximize the profit because of that reason, whether it is positive or negative. So limiting factor is the factor which puts a limit on the production, maybe of the any reason, maybe raw material problem or the labor problem or the price problem, whatever it may be. So it comes under limiting factor. Then next one is make or buy decision. Make or buy decision, the name itself, make means manufacture. So in the part of the production, in the part of the business operations, the instances will be like whether to produce at our premises, our factory, or we have to purchase from outside. Like small components will be there, small parts will be there, where the decision will be whether to manufacture at our end or we have to purchase from outside. So for that also we require the analysis of marginal costing. So here it is very, very important, because again we check the profitability. When we are purchasing it, the profits are more, or when we are manufacturing at our end, the profits are more, depending on the feasibility. So here we have to understand one thing: when we are purchasing or when we are manufacturing, it is not, the investment should be reasonable. For a small chip or for a small component, we cannot invest more. So within the available or existing infrastructure, existing resources, whether we will be able to produce that component or not. So this concept let us understand with a small problem. So here you can see the problem. A company finds that while it costs 6.25, that is rupees 6 rupees 25 paisa each to make a component X, the same is available in the market at rupees 5.75, that is 5 rupees 75 paisa each. So with assurance of continued supply. The breakdown of the cost is given below. Like material is 2 rupees 75 paisa, labor is 1 rupee 75 paisa, other variable is 50 paisa, and fixed cost is 1 rupee 25 paisa. So total cost is 6 rupees 25 paisa. Now they are asking us to find out whether it should be purchased from outside or it should be manufactured at our premises, at the business plant. So, and one more question they are asking, that if the selling price, if the cost of the production, or if the supplier is supplying the component, same component for rupees 4 point, that is 4 rupees 85 paisa, what will be your decision? So let us work out how it will be beneficial. So as we understood that variable cost and fixed cost, marginal cost only considers fixed cost after a given volume of input, output, so production. So here also we see that the fixed cost, if we are removing, that is we consider after a given volume of output only the variable cost. In such a case, the total cost of production, the cost incurs will be 5 rupees per unit. So as they said, they will be available, it will be, the component will be available for rupees 5 rupees 75 paisa, whereas for us it is incurring 5 rupees. So in this case, 5 rupees is less than 5 rupees 75 paisa. So it can be produced at our premises, because 75 paisa profit we can make it. So this is how the decision will be taken, comparing the cost. Then one more question they ask, that if the same component is available at 4 rupees 85 paisa, what is our decision? Then definitely it is less than 5 rupees. Our manufacturing cost is 5 rupees, but 4 rupees 85 paisa is less than 5 rupees. Hence we can purchase from outside if it is the second situation. So you can see, if the supplier is offering at rupees 4 rupees 85 paisa, it is profitable to accept the offer, and as we can get 15 paisa per unit. Next two concepts are like add or drop products. So in the manufacturing organizations, it will be more than one unit. The production will be done more than one product, multiple products. So in such a case, overall performance will be earning profits, but we have to also analyze and try to know whether each product we are earning profits or not. So the marginal analysis will help us, marginal costing technique will help us to know whether we are earning profits in what is the performance of each product, whether we are earning profits or we are incurring losses. So sometimes we will be, after the analysis, we try to make the decisions to drop the products wherein we are not earning any profits on that product. So we try to drop that product. Dropping means stopping producing that product. Adding means in that case we can replace with some other product where the feasibility of earning profit will be more. The scope is more. So that is about the add or drop product. Then sell or process further. So some products will have more process. So some products without further process, it can be sold. So during that instance, the decision has to be done whether it can be sold in the same with that process or it should be further processed. So to take the decision, same again we have to check whether we are earning profits in adding the more process or we are incurring the losses. So we have to analyze that, then make the decision whether we have to sell immediately or sell after further process. So that is incremental analysis. Next is special order pricing. So special order pricing is some orders will be there where it is very, very important order. May not be expecting more profits, but this order will help or this order will strengthen the goodwill of the organization. This order will strengthen the marketing network. So the business has to accept those type of orders that comes under special order pricing. The pricing will be different, may not be earning more profits. Okay, so let us understand one of the concept with the problem again. So here the data is given, like the units produced are given, and that is the selling price of the product is 80 rupees per unit and cost of production is 50, and further process, if the process is required further, it is again 20 rupees per unit we have to incur, and final selling price, that is 140 rupees per unit. So here you can see before process 80 rupees. If the process is done, it is 140 rupees per unit. So number of units produced is 10,000. So let us see before processing the how much profit we earn, and after processing how much we earn. That is units are 10,000 units, 80 rupees per unit. It is the sales is 8 lakhs rupees. Then the cost of production he has given as 50 rupees, and again it is 10,000 units, 5 lakhs. So you can see 8 lakh is the sales, 5 lakhs is the cost of production. So sales minus cost of production gives the profit. So in the first case, that is before processing, without processing, we are earning 3 lakhs rupees. So let us see after processing how much we are earning, whether we earn profits or not. So same thing, what they said is final after processing, it is sales is 40 rupees per unit. Then the cost will be, total cost will be, that is 50 rupees, and further process 20, it is 70 rupees. So 70 into 10,000 units, it is 7 lakhs. Sales is 14 lakhs. So 7 lakhs we are earning. 7 lakhs is the profit. So you can see the difference. If we are selling immediately, we earn 3 lakhs of profit. If we are further processing and selling, we can earn 7 lakhs. So for further processing, we are earning 4 lakhs difference. So this is about the problem, the make or buy decisions and other decisions where and then on the analysis, we make the decisions. Then operate or shut down. That is whether to continue the production or immediately we have to stop the production. Such type of decisions also marginal costing analysis will help us. Then same way, again we check the profitability ability, whether we have the potential of earning profits or not. Then replace or retain, whether we have to replace or we have to retain with the same thing. So that is also one of the key decisions, like the relevant items to be considered are variable cost and the cost of new equipment. Whenever we try to make the decisions, we have to see how much investment is required for that. If the investment is reasonable and the profits we are earning on that more than that investment means, then definitely we can recommend and accept that investment. The next one is suitable product mix. Suitable product mix is the collection, that is the variety of products whatever we are producing, whether it is suitable mix or not. Or for example, ABCD products we are producing, one of the D product requires other inputs, remaining three components, three products require similar inputs. So here we have to incur more, or we have to spend more for the D, wherein we are producing only one product. Such type of investments may not be fetching more profit. So we have to see what are the suitable product mix. So management is to find out which product may give the maximum profits. So here is one of the problem which helps us in understanding the operate on shutdown. So Anand Limited produces 2 lakhs units of a product and at the cost of 25 lakhs, including 10 per unit of variable cost. Then the selling price is 15 rupees on the occasion of recession, say when the demand is less. So recession due to recession problem, what they are saying is selling price will be cut down by 20%. And the management wants to know when the selling price is cutting down to 20%, whether to continue the production or we have to shut down the production. This decision has to be made. So for making the final decisions, we have to check whether we are earning profits, even though if the selling price is cutting down or not. So you can see units are 2 lakhs and the total cost is 25 lakhs. Then variable cost is 10 rupees, selling price is 15 rupees. So this is for a small understanding. Here you can see per unit, that is when the cost is reduced to 20%. Before it was 15 rupees, now it is 12 rupees. That is we are removing 20%. So under normal demand it is 15 rupees, but when it is during the recession, when the demand is reduced, the selling price is also reduced. That is 20%, 12 rupees. Then variable cost is 10 rupees. So variable cost per unit 10 rupees. For 2 lakhs units it is 20 lakhs. In the same way, fixed cost, that is it is not given in the data, but total cost minus variable cost, we get the fixed cost, which is 5 lakhs rupees. So under normal demand you can see that is 30 lakhs is the sales, then variable cost is 20 lakhs. Then contribution, that is sales minus variable cost is contribution, and again fixed cost is 5 lakhs. So from sales, after removing all these costs, it is showing 5 lakhs profit. So under normal demand, we are earning 5 lakhs profit. Then if reduced due to the demand, due to recession problem, the selling price became 12 rupees. So sales became 24 lakhs. Then remaining cost is, that is the contribution is 4 lakhs. Here we got contribution 10 lakhs. Directly you can see the influence. The contribution directly reduced from 10 lakhs to 4 lakhs. So fixed cost remains same. Finally, it is minus 1 lakh. That means we are not earning profits if the selling price is reduced. So hence it is recommended not to continue the production. For temporarily, it can be shut down. So this is how we take the decision with the help of the analysis. The next concept is effect of changes in selling price. That is, this effect will be there, how the selling price will be changing. That is, whether it is increasing or decreasing. So management has gone through the problem of cut in prices of products due to various reasons. As we have seen in the past example, due to different problems, we need to cut down the price. But provided if we are not earning profits, we cannot take decision in cutting the price. Then maintaining a desired level of profit. So every business organization will be aiming or desiring to a level of profits. So this marginal costing analysis will help us how much sales we have to do if we are desiring this level of profits. So the volume of sales needed to have a desired level of profits can be ascertained by marginal costing techniques. Until unless we should, maybe we are desiring, the business is desiring to get the profits, provided the sales should be taken place and we should have the resources. And also we should be competitive enough in the market. Then alternative methods of production, that is, in producing the same product you will have different methods. So which method is feasible, which method we have to decide, opt, that also depending on the analysis. If we are, for example, some of the products will be there handmade and machine made, so we need to again do the analysis, handmade is incurring more cost or machine made is incurring more cost. Depending on that, we will be making the decisions. So choosing from among alternative methods of production, machine work or hand work, whichever is giving more profits or less cost, we will try to adapt the same thing. So next technique is cost in capital investment decisions. So which is major decision, again capital investment is the investment where we try to invest more on the capital assets. So this decision we follow different techniques. So here we have to see, this is also called as incremental cost or differentiated cost. So when we are incurring this cost, we have to see what is the profit we are earning on that cost. If the incremental profit is more than the incremental cost, definitely we can make the decision of accepting and spending that incremental cost. If the incremental profit is less than the incremental cost, then we cannot recommend the accepting investing that cost. So that is about the capital investment decisions. Next is diversification of the production. So nowadays there are so many products are there. The period will be, when the period is changing, the demand will change, the customers' preferences are changing, the customer's taste is changing. So depending on that, the businessman is changing the market. So that is diversification of production. So you can see during COVID time, some products are given highly priority, some products are completely down. So immediately the business is changing to the other market. So ITC is there, where initially they were with the tobacco products. Now they have diversified in so many different markets, different industries. In the same way, Wipro is there, Reliance is there. So many companies are there where they are diversifying and capturing different markets. So this is about the concepts of key areas where the decision is important, which marginal costing will help in decision making. So these are about the concepts where the key decision is very much required in the different areas, different situations. So I hope this video will be very much helpful for understanding how the marginal costing is helping in decision making in different situations. And the expected questions can be asked complete question or two concepts like make or buy decision in short question. So anyway, it can be asked. Thank you very much. All the best.